So I've actually low-key got to where I wanted to be. Go after like your goal. This has got so motivational. I love it. Whoever told you that just wants to gatekeep. Let me drink some matcha because this is an important one. This is all about the mindset that we need for 2025 to live our best life. I feel like living our best life is a bit overused. Like, what does that even mean? It's not specific at all. So what we're going to do in this video is define who we want to be and how we're going to get there. ASMR. So if you don't already, grab yourself a cup of tea, get some herbal tea or your favourite hot girl beverage. Mine today is a little matcha. Let's prepare. Let's strap ourselves in and prepare for the best year of our lives. Scary. It is quite scary, and yes, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still looking at my dream self like, I want to be you, girl. Like, this video is not me saying like, I've got everything I want, like this is how you can do it, because that's not me. I'm very much, if you've seen my channel, I'll do a bit of a backstory now, but you can probably skip to the bit where I stopped talking about myself. I've been an anxious girly for a while now. No, I've sort of battled with anxiety my whole life. Not my whole life, but definitely in the last 10 years. I'm 25 now, full on grown woman. I feel like who I am today, like if my like 15-year-old self would look at who I am today, she'd be like, damn girl, like you did that. So I just think I just want to like help people get that feeling, just give you strategies and stuff that I've done that has helped me get to this place, feel more confident, live more true to myself and feel settled and more normal. Let's get into the video. So step one, I've got my laptop here with some notes on, so if I look down, don't shout at me. We need to get specific in this bitch, okay? The idealized version of you needs to be an actual person. So if you want to create her on Sims, if you want to create her on Pinterest or him on Pinterest, we're doing that. But I want you to get obsessed with it. I want you to literally take that person and think about what they smell like, what they eat, what their opinions are, what they like to do after work, what they like to do before work, do they sleep in, all this stuff. And I want you to write it down in a cute notepad, okay? I know there's some girlies who are sort of online gals and queens and just put all their notes online. I'm not one of those girls just yet. So write it down. I want you to put me 2025 as the title and write down who you want to be, okay? If you want to be Drake, write down Drake in capitals. If you want to be, I don't know, Whoopi Goldberg, be Whoopi. Like, what does Whoopi do? What's Whoopi's favourite TV show? What does she do to make herself happy? Is she a collagen girly? Does she do Pilates? Is she like a messy girl? Is she not a clean girl? Who is she? And define that. Once you've got that written down, and if you're struggling, I'd think of your senses. So what can that person hear? What can that person see? What do they have? What can they touch? Who are they? So once we have that written down, what are we going to do next? What we're going to do after that is make it visual. If it's not already a Pinterest board, we're making a Pinterest board. But that Pinterest board, we're going to see it every day, because one thing we're not going to do is fall into the trap of getting all that dopamine because, woo, we set a goal. Like the feeling of like wanting something. I think I read this somewhere or heard it on TikTok. Don't come for me. Is the dopamine you get from sort of the wanting sort of process and really desiring something is often greater than actually having it. So we don't want to fall into that loophole, girls. We want to dip our toe into our dreams, but we're not going to full on live in fairyland where we just do tarot cards all day. Because even though I love a tarot card, we can't be doing that. We need realistic goals. Okay, ladies. No, so we're going to make it visual with Pinterest or any other platform you like to use. We're going to create a phone wallpaper, okay? Because if you look at mine from last year, I'll get it up. It's not spot on, like I've not met all my targets, but I kind of align more to who I wanted to be last year. Okay, if this is not me, I don't know what me is, because this is literally me. So I've actually low-key got to where I wanted to be, which is mad to think about because I've not looked at this for a while now. So I might put it on screen if you can't see. I love my matcha. I eat like that bowl every single morning. Oh my God, I just feel like I embody this a lot more than I did before, which is crazy to think about. So we're going to have a visual wallpaper that every time we pick up our phone, we see. Because even subconsciously, that is super powerful. Once we have a visual of who we want to be, it's time to actually become her or him or them. How are we actually going to become them? We have this idea of who we want to be, but how on earth are we going to get there? We're going to get there by not listening to anybody else who you do not want to be like, okay? Sorry for shouting. I feel so passionately about this one because people are so easy to hold you to the same standards as they hold themselves, and that will have your dreams crushed within 2 minutes. So what we're not going to do is listen to people that we don't want to be like. I'm sorry, granny, if this is your granny, your uncle, your anybody, your cousin, your third cousin, your anybody in your life, you can still love them, obviously. Don't be like mean, but take their opinion in, out. Nobody has gotten to their goals solely driven by other people. Like, you have to get to your goals on your own, even if you're with a partner, even if you're super close to your friends. Like, your goal is going to be achieved by you. So don't be limited by other people because they don't know what they're talking about you, okay? You can do this. And also, I think it's also super important not to be limited by the version of you that lives in other people's heads. So what I mean by that is people have a certain version of you that, well, everyone does. You've got an image of what your mum is, your whoever is. But I found personally that when I start living how I want to be in the world, sometimes it doesn't align with how I am in someone else's head. So I think it can take quite a lot of time to like adjust to living true to yourself and not based on other people's expectations. But I feel like the biggest shift for me has come from literally just having the audacity to like do whatever you want. And like, if it makes sense to you to sleep until 2 p.m, wake up and be productive at 9 p.m. at night, that's your productivity time. Like, if that makes sense to you, sorry, Gabby down the road. Sorry, Dave over there. I don't care about your opinion. When you're in the trenches of getting to your goals, it doesn't look productive. It might not look to other people. It might not make sense to anyone, but you have to put that in the back of your mind and like just go after like your goal. This has got so motivational. I love it. But you have to, I find that with anxiety, my anxious girlies will understand me on this one. Anxiety, I think a lot of it is driven by you thinking what other people are going to think. And for me, just getting to the point of not giving a petunia, I don't even know what that means, not giving a damn what is in someone else's head, whether that's good or bad, it literally frees you. Like, you're not held in someone's, ooh, what are they gonna say? Ooh, what do they think of me? Oh, wow. Like, even if you don't care, like, if someone praises you, I even think that detaching from being praised all the time is amazing, because you're not restricted to, oh, are they gonna like it? Are they not gonna like it? What are they gonna think of me? It's just all noise that does nothing for you. I know you've heard it a lot, okay? It's consistency is key. Consistent. I'll scream this for the rest of my life, that we should all aim for consistency, because without consistency, we really don't have anything or achieve anything or do anything good. This is probably the biggest one for me that has led to the biggest changes. And changes that I've seen personally in the last few years is I'm a lot more confident. I care a lot less about what people think. I look a lot more like I want to look. I do things that align to who I want to be more. Okay? And I'm happy with that trajectory of where that's leading me. I've got here by being as consistent as I can. So, what does that mean? That means once you've found a formula that gets you to a step closer to your goal, so let's say you want to lose weight and you found a really good meal that you love, tastes amazing, that's low in calories, okay? All you have to do then is do the thing over and over and over and over again. So have that meal over and over and over and over again. Again, going back to point 2, don't care what Sally down the road saying. Like, why are you eating that every day? Oh, that looks horrible. Oh, that looks disgusting. No one asked you, Sally. No one asked you to rate my green juice, Sally. Okay? So once you found something that you know for a fact gets you a step close to your goal, so the next day you feel a bit lighter, you feel a bit, ooh, my digestion's feeling good today because I've eaten that. Once you've found that, just keep doing it. Just keep having the meal. Just keep going on that path. Don't get distracted by, I don't know, another meal option or I use the term meal, but I'm sort of using it as a metaphor. But for example, a workout routine. If you find a workout that works, chef's kiss for you, don't change it. Do it for as long as you possibly can without getting bored. Boredom is the enemy of consistency. Quote by Monique. Boredom. When you grow to love boredom, that is a game changer and a half, okay? You need to be bored. On track to these goals, you have to be bored, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Waking up at the same time of day. I don't care what time of day it is. You can be productive at 10 a.m., 5 a.m. Don't get looped into this whole, I need to wake up at the crack of dawn because everybody's doing it. It's just silly. But once you find the steps that work, repeat the steps until you're blue in the face. And even when you can't see the end goal, you can't see how far you've come, it looks like you're not making any progress, keep repeating. Repeat. Obviously, don't be delusional. I feel like I'm so expressive. I need Botox, for real. People who are consistent, they're the type of people, who you look at and you're like, how the hell have you achieved that? How have you done that? With the same resources as me, you're the same age, how have you managed to do that? And I've not. And I feel like this is one step that I need to get better at showing up consistently. People really sort of overemphasize people's need to you have to drastically change everything. To lose weight, you have to do a complete 180 and you have to just completely change and to, I don't know, get your dream job, you have to completely just reform yourself. No, you don't. Whoever told you that just wants to gatekeep. For real. So they just want to gatekeep and keep you from achieving the same as them because they don't want to tell you really how easy it was to achieve that goal. So, implementation of small, tiny little bite sized chunks is always better than these massive leaps, like sporadic leaps. Okay, let me check back in with my notes because if you know me, I'm a bit of a waffler. I do go off on a tangent. So sometimes I need to be brought back down to life. Okay, I can work with that. The final thing we're doing is we're not taking things too seriously. I know, controversial, right? We're not taking things too seriously. And what does that mean? That sounds very stupid now to say it out loud, but I know what I mean. When I say don't take things too seriously, I mean there's very much these days a culture of David Goggins, oh my god, you have to just be, you have to be, I don't know why I go into an American accent whenever I like say something motivational, but you have to be on your Zoom, you have to just be a crazy militant man. Being a militant man is very much popularized, and that doesn't suit anyone, like everybody. Like, what if you're like me, like a soft girl who does not want to do all of that shit? Really, I really don't. Don't want to wake up at the crack of dawn. Don't. I like sleeping and I need sleep. So if you're like me and you like your 8 hour sleep and you like to scroll TikTok at night, don't feel shame, okay? It's not that serious. Your goals are not that serious and don't need to be like everybody else's. I think when you call things out for not being serious and like life isn't that deep, it makes your goals more achievable. And it does this because it sort of decentralizes your goals and it makes them less of a mountain. When you shift from, I have to have this, I have to do this, to, I actually get the opportunity with my 2 legs to go on a jog and teach myself how to be a runner girly. I get to do that. And you switch, you make that mindset shift. I feel like things become fun. Reaching your goal actually becomes like a key. Just not putting so much pressure on yourself, your goals, makes you relax into achieving them. And that is a controversial one because I know everyone's about, if you don't reach your goals, you're a piece of shit. Like, reach your goals, reach your goals. No, we've got to make it fun. We've got to just make it enjoyable because life should be enjoyable. Even if this gets like 2 views, you right there, don't get swept into this whole January craziness. If you don't like the gym, don't go to the flipping gym. If you're in a corporate job and your dream is just to work in Australia in a bakery, why aren't you there right now? Like, why aren't you doing that? Because low key, we all unalive in the end. Okay? This is getting real serious. That is all from our 2025 mindset recap. Our goal setting. I think the most important takeaway from this is stay consistent. This is not in order, by the way. Stay consistent. Don't give a flying bleep what anybody thinks of you, of your goals, of anything to do with your space. And I forgot the last one. Oh no, things aren't that serious. Because they're not that serious. They're not. My Sunny Angel is not that serious. And it's Christmas themed. No, last 2 minutes. Stay here for this. Stay right there. I just want to say, I know it can be a bit daunting going into a new year if you're in the trenches, if you're feeling super anxious, super down, and say if it's not a good time for you, what I'd recommend doing then is just to slowly but surely figure out what makes you happy, and every day try and do a little sprinkle of it, just a little tiny bit of it, because life is literally too short to not do things you love and let people shame you into doing things that they love and not what you love. So, on that note, going into next year, we got this. 333, we're going to make a wish, we're going to manifest. Make a wish. If you reach this part of the video, I want to say thank you. No, thank you so much. I actually loved this one. So if you like my face and what I speak about, and like the format of this video, then give it a like. In the comments, what are your New Year's resolutions? What do we want this year? What are the girlies wanting to achieve this year? Let me know, and I'll be back with another video. Bye, girly whirlies.